Government says call for review of Supreme Court not reaction to Zuma ruling, and meeting between ANC and COSATU still underway. From the news desk, I'm Lebo Changela. Government says its call for review of Supreme Court of Appeals judgment is not a reaction to the CSA's ruling on President Jacob Zuma's case. Last week, the CSA ruled that the DA had a legal standing to request a judicial review of the 2009 decision to drop fraud and corruption charges against Zuma. Justice Department spokesperson Tladi.
The rationale is really to take on board the two highest courts in the land, because if you focus exclusively or narrowly on the Constitutional Court, there are other decisions that impact on South African society that are taken by the Supreme Court of Appeal. There was no intention whatsoever to say that this announcement has to be in reaction to that. If anything, a decision was taken a long time ago, but we had to allow and accommodate a process of finalizing the terms of reference for a research institution that is going to undertake this exercise.
A meeting between the ANC and COSATU is still underway behind closed doors at Luthuli House in Johannesburg. The alliance partners are discussing their differences over Gauteng e-tolls and the status of labour brokers. The twin issues drove thousands of members of the Labour Federation onto the streets earlier this month, calling for the scrapping of tolls and the outright banning of the brokers. The ruling party is determined that the tolls will be implemented and says it has implemented a resolution taken at its 2007 National Conference and 2009 election manifesto to quash the exploitative elements of labour broking. Government's intervention team in Limpopo has managed to turn around the finances of the province and paid all creditors of state hospitals. Team leader Kenneth Brown says all schools have been paid their outstanding monies.
The creditors that had legitimate claims, all of them have been paid. On the school side, we have in January, February, paid about 63 million rand to each and every schools in terms of the norms and standards for schools. We have made an allocation to the Department of Education for March, and all of the outstanding schools that didn't receive their norms and standard funding, those would have been dealt with. Should there be any schools who are still not being paid, they need to get in touch with either the circuit office, the regional office, and the departments.
And Western Cape Health Minister T.S. Botha has sought to dispel suggestions that the province is not cooperating with government regarding pilot projects for the national health insurance. The health ministry earlier threatened the province to get into line and implement a pilot project in the Eden district. Botha says they have already offered the area as a pilot project and that the department had welcomed this. He has denied that his department is acting irresponsibly.
We have a very responsible approach towards NHI, and we really want to use this opportunity to share the knowledge that we have in this province, the success stories that we have in this province, share it with the rest of the country and the National Department of Health so that we can really ensure that whatever we establish will be affordable and will meet the objectives of NHI.